Hi guys, LarryBoy Fanatic here, and today I wanted to do a top 5 list on Barnaby Ghost Owl from Billie Bust Up. For this video, I will be relying heavily on the updated orchestra version that was showcased last year. However, I won't forget about the original version because I'll bring it up from time to time. Trust me, I've seen both versions a bunch of times at this point. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Up at number 5 is the Barnaby imagery inside the mansion. Obviously, we're in Barnaby's domain, right? And the game doesn't shy away from that fact. However, this is more evident in the updated orchestra version of the Barnaby Chase Sequence. Unlike the previous version, the updated version has Barnaby statues, stained glass windows, and portraits on the wall. My theory is that Barnaby used to have a normal home when he was alive, but after his ghostly transformation, he decided to make his home into a domain of some sorts. Ooh, scary. This is a common trait for a lot of villains because they have some kind of domain to go home to. Anyways, number 4, the food imagery. Notice how in both versions of the chase sequence that there are all kinds of food that you're jumping on. However, there's a lot more food in the updated version. In fact, some of the stages from the previous version have been turned into cutting boards, kitchen stoves, and a full-blown strawberry cake. You know what? That must be Barnaby's favorite cake flavor, strawberry, go figure. So my guess is that he used to be a culinary genius back in the day, meaning that he was a good cook. I mean, if he was practicing magic back then he would have had to learn spells and recipes, right? And recipes are usually associated with cooking. Therefore, we might be looking at a chef here. Just don't tell Gordon Ramsay. Okay, number 3, toys. You heard me right, the toys. In the previous version, we only saw the tricycles that some of the Barnabys were riding on. However, the updated version has not only tricycles, but also plushies. When you get towards the end of the chase sequence in the updated version, you'll notice 2 big plushies sitting on a bed. So why all the toys, Barnaby? While we've yet to hear about his backstory, it's been speculated in the Billie Bust Up community that Barnaby might have had a child back then. Whether the child disappeared or died, there's no definitive answer to what might have happened in Barnaby's past. Yeah, when the game is released, that's when we'll learn the truth. Or the toys might say something else about Barnaby. Toys are symbolic of people's childhood. Maybe Barnaby has this need to retreat to his youth, because being an adult is challenging and depressing, while toys can bring comfort and joy. Nevertheless, toys in the chase sequence might have something to do with Barnaby's past in a huge way. Okay, so up at number 2, where are the clocks? Have you noticed that? There are a lack of clocks in the updated version. In my previous theory video about the Barnaby Chase sequence, before the updated orchestra one, I mentioned that there were a lot of clocks hanging on the wall. But in the updated version, it seems like they got rid of the clocks, because you don't see a single one during the chase sequence. It probably was so that the game devs could show off some more interesting stuff like the stained glass windows, portraits, and so on. So if they got rid of the clocks in the updated chase sequence, then what does that say about time? It seems like time doesn't matter to Barnaby because he's stuck as a ghost for all eternity. So there's really no need to have a clock anywhere in the chase sequence, especially since you're running away from Barnaby. Yeah, that makes sense. And finally, for number 1, this weird symbol on the carpet. While I was watching the chase sequence in order to make this video, I've noticed this weird symbol at the very end of the updated chase sequence. This had me studying the carpet from beginning to end of the sequence. Yeah, I had to check like 4 or 5 times. Yeah. I even checked the previous version for the symbol, and you won't believe this. In the previous version, the symbol can be found a few times on the carpet. However, in the updated version, we only see it a couple of times, which is at the beginning and at the end. Obviously, you won't notice this symbol at first because you're playing the chase sequence. There's no time to look around or do some sightseeing. But because there's video of both versions, that's what we're working with. Now, it kind of makes you wonder if there's any meaning behind that symbol. Like, what does it mean? It makes you wonder if it's tied to Barnaby in some way or another. Again, we won't know until the game comes out. So, my guess is that Barnaby had to pay a huge price when becoming a ghost owl, and that symbol is a painful reminder of that. So again, what does it mean? Anyways, you guys, that was my top 5 list of Barnaby Ghost Owl from Billie Bust Up. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, if you want to support the show, there's my Patreon. And obviously, I can't wait for this video game to come out because it looks fun, it looks exciting. It's got Barnaby, oh my gosh. Anyways, this has been your girl LarryBoy Fanatic. LarryBoy Fanatic signing out.